Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, I'm glad you found me. Today's story time is all about how I moved from Philly to North Carolina and didn't even know I was moving. I really thought I was going on a cute little summer vacation. Whole time, it was a setup, a trial run for a permanent move. So yeah, let's get into it. So boom, back in Philly, I had just finished my freshman year at Kutztown University. And I'm not gonna lie, it was lit. New people, new environment, that little taste of freedom, and you couldn't tell me nothing. But at the same time, I was low key overwhelmed. I was around a lot of people who didn't look like me, trying to find my place, and still not fully independent yet, just figuring life out as I went. And if I'm being real, my life was already a little messy. I had a boyfriend, kind of. But he was in jail back in Philly, and I was missing him like crazy, like emotionally stuck on someone who wasn't even physically there. And then on top of that, all my little freshman friends, yeah, they stopped talking to me just like that. And my real best friend, I lost her somewhere during that year too. So even though college looked fun on the outside, inside, I felt alone. So when my sister said, let's go to North Carolina for the summer, we were like, okay, let's do it. Bet. Cool. A reset. A break. I packed light, cute outfits, summer vibes, thinking I'd be right back in Philly before the next semester. Whole time, this was no vacation. Now, on the drive down, I can't even lie, it was a vibe. We was riding through different states, windows down, blasting Beyonce. This was back in 2014, so obviously. And it felt freeing. Like life was shifting, but I didn't know how much yet. So I was thinking, okay, this is nice, but I'll be back home soon. Again, I thought. So we finally get to Fayetteville, and I'm like, hold on. It's clean, it's green, and it smells good. The flowers are so pretty. The trees were growing and blooming everywhere, and it looked like a magazine. But let's talk about the real stuff. The humidity. Baby, my Dominican blowout didn't even stand a chance. The second I stepped outside, my hair was like, absolutely not. And then the bugs, why are they so big and bold down here? Maybe because it's their home. But overall, it was beautiful, quiet, peaceful, almost too peaceful. The biggest shock for me, though, the people. Everybody is nice. Like, speaking for no reason. Hi, how's your day going? Hope you have a great day. Everybody's smiling at each other. There's people helping strangers on the side of the road fix their cars, push their cars out the street. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Because where I'm from in Philly, we mind our business. You sit on a stoop, you watch the world go by, and the action kind of just comes to you. But here, ain't no action. And if it is action, it's over by 10 p.m. because people go to bed at nighttime. When it gets dark down here, it gets dark. No street lights like I'm used to. And everything just felt slow. Then it hit me. This is not temporary. We're staying. And that transition, it was hard. I went from always having something going on to being bored out of my mind. No friends, no connections, nothing familiar. Everything is spread out. You can't just step outside and be in a mix. You can't just walk to the store. You can't just, everything's not convenient. And don't even get me started on the bus system. It runs once an hour. Once an hour. The routes were confusing. I was struggling. Even the way people talked, the accents, the slang, it was all new to me. And on top of all of that, my first year here, me and my mom were sharing a bed. Like, talk about humbling. I had to really adjust, mentally and emotionally. I was missing Philly, missing people who weren't even checking for me anymore, holding on to a situation that wasn't serving me. It was a lot. But somewhere in all of that, I started changing. I transferred schools and started going to Fayetteville Tech. That was a new chapter for me. And I started focusing on myself more. I learned how to do my own hair in the humidity because at that point I had no choice. Either you adapt or you look crazy every day. I started working on my driver's license, becoming more independent, figuring life out on my own terms. And the biggest turning point for me, in 2014, I got saved and dedicated my life to Jesus. And that changed everything. My mindset, my direction, my peace. It gave me something solid to stand on when everything else felt uncertain. Now, fast forward. I've been here for 12 years, and I can honestly say, I love it here. I love the peace. I love the quiet. I love the space. I love seeing kids actually be kids, running around freely, not worried about traffic or chaos. I love the greenery, the flowers, the calmness of it all. And it's crazy because the same things I used to feel bored by, I now appreciate the most. If I knew back then what I know now, I would have embraced it sooner. So if you're thinking about leaving a city or stepping into something unfamiliar, do it. Take the leap. Because sometimes what feels like a temporary situation ends up being exactly where you're supposed to be. And it might just change your life. So hey, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you want more story times. Because trust me, I got more stories to tell. And through all of them, you already know, life goes on.